He was talking about like dating some younger girl, and he was like, "As long as there's grass on the pitch, play on."
Do you know the other side to that, Eddie?
Oh, I've heard that before.
If there's grass on the field, play ball. Otherwise, flip it over and play in the mud.
Yep. That's a thing.
That's the other side to that.
See, in America, we take those things one step further. That's what we do here.
Yeah. Feminists, you're right. Men are awful.
I was gonna say I had no idea that double dong dildo, double doggy style bubble butt porn was going to be my favorite genre until I watched it.
Yeah, I really like it when they incorporate all them beepity bops and fill in all the holes there. That's pretty great. I like that. I never knew.
I don't know. My favorite Bible story, Frito, is when Jesus beat off the rich guy. Well, beat off is probably not the right way to phrase it. When Jesus beat the shit out of the rich guys and stole their money and gave it to the poor. That's my favorite Bible story of all time. Just Jesus beating the shit out of those rich mother... He's grabbed his fucking baseball bat and is just beating the fucking shit out of all those fucking rich guys. Because Jesus wasn't a pacifist. No! He's going to have robes covered in fucking blood when he comes back.
I'm quite partial to when Jesus defended the first war on Christmas, when all the Jews are trying to take Christmas away, and then he stormed in with an AR-15 and just shot up an entire fucking, what is it called? I don't know, the things that Jews do. Insert the festival here or whatever.
Dreidel.
Good. They're spinning dreidels, all of them at once, and he just mows them down, and Team America's playing Fuck Yeah, and Pro-America, and this guy, that's probably his favorite passage.
He ripped down the Happy Holidays sign from the wall and wiped his fucking ass with it. You know, he just...
Yes, Jesus does not fuck around. Riding on a white horse, mind you.
When they were in the design meeting and going, wouldn't a system hack be cool? Who was the fucking retard that said, you know what, we should flash a skull up on this?
It had to be the Hammer, skull and crossbones, badass, right on the screen.
Let me put my tattoo up on the screen.
Maybe he's an Oakland Raiders fan. We won't.
The war can be sexy if you put all these cinematography and Michael Bay explosions behind it, but when you delve into the nitty-gritty of what war causes, you know, people that are displaced, kids that have to, you know, choose between starvation or prostitution, gamers don't even want to go and don't want a part of that. That's too much for a gamer to handle. They'd rather play their fantasy, everybody goes home a winner, versus this kind of game where it deals with real-life shit.
There will be people that are motivated to help others that don't require this kind of cattle-prodding fucking, you know, like advertising, like, feel bad, Whitey, look at all these poor defenseless black people, like, feel bad, you know, you've got a fucking Fort Mondeo and shit, you know, like all that kind of stuff. There are people that help these people without that because they're genetically predisposed, and then there are people that are kind of, you know, it's a spectrum, so the cattle prodding will work with some people. I mean, there are moments in those games, especially the hostage scenario in Modern Warfare 2, probably the most...
Russian mission, yeah.
Yeah, probably the most controversial mission from any COD game, where I thought the media took that out of context. They're saying you're murdering civilians, but in the context of the game, you do this horrible thing, or you're forced to, and then the villain goes, I knew who you were the whole time. So it's even worse. The player feels the impact of that even more, right? The game is not saying killing civilians is okay in the line of duty if you're undercover. It's like, no. It's the opposite. It's like, be careful what you think the price of victory.
It's sending a message that, yeah, games do influence the youth or something, or there's a potential of a dangerous game that shouldn't be made. That it sends that message. That's even possible, because this is what this game's trying to do. It's trying to be that poster boy of a corrupting influence that should be kept away from children at all costs.
Is there ever a game that would ever cross that line?
No,
like,
never.
Would there ever be a game that should be censored?
Nope. Torture rape simulator. Nope. Go ahead. Let it happen.
I don't know. Pedo rape simulator is probably a step too far.
Pedo necrophilia rape.
Yeah,
but what if it's in a movie? What if
I
that's
just like, if anyone, like, you post on a gaming development site, like a job site, like, we need developers for a one-of-a-kind project.
I thought that's what Call of Duty Ghost was.
Details. Like anyone that applies for that job, you should probably just like we should use this as a cover to weed out these fucking bad eggs in society. Like
not good for the art form to block off sections and say, oh, we can't go there, we can't touch that, can't touch those kids. No, all kids are able to be touched. They're all digital anyway. I mean, like.
You almost had a Woody's Gamer Tag moment there where you were like, all kids are made for touching. Like, it almost happened.
They're so cute. Their butts are hand-sized. Just, more than two... I was going to say more than two shakes is playing with it. That's not what I meant to say. More than a handful is a waste, right? Same thing with kids.
Pedophile jokes and everything. Like on podcast, everybody. If you feel like donating, click the link below.
Some games can help psychopaths empathize, studies suggest. This is kind of interesting.
Well, it's not doing you any favors, is it?
Ha! That's how we'll solve all of our problems from now on. Everybody. Pedophiles, just play a game and you'll figure out how wrong it is. the pedophile game that we were developing before.
They'll play Pedophile Necrophilia Simulator 2015.
If they can figure out the meta game, then we'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll be well balanced.
I think we should all take the psychopath test and give our results on the next show.
I already know mine. Yeah, I have no human empathy whatsoever. I don't even need a test.
An extraordinary breakthrough for technology. Plus, he looks like Jax. He's like a white version of Jax from Mortal Kombat with the fucking metal arms and shit.
Apart from white, fat, and his arms are really skinny.
Well,
so
he's a bit out of shape. He can't do push-ups, Liam. Give the guy a break. We have another project that I think hopefully we will get working on. Real-gamer.com. When is that coming out?
We just gotta pay. We gotta pay a graphic designer for it because I don't know anyone. Frito, do you know anyone?
If we only had a graphic designer who can timely put projects together and get things done.
Yeah, we'll just get it done. I'm not sure.
That'd be great if we could hire one.
I think Eddie is trying to fight back, but his microphone's muted. So this is even better.
I can't hear Eddie at all.
What the fuck? It says it's not muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah!
There you go.
Yay!
Unfortunately.
Firefox is a piece of shit.
Is there any piece of electronics that you have that isn't a piece of shit? It's the Xbox One.
Well, the Firefox didn't even fucking work. Like, it put me in the video call and then was like, no. And then Google Chrome just decides for some reason to just crash.
Did you have any rebuttals to the things we were...
Yeah, we don't actually, like, for realgamer.com, I can do the design, but really what we need is someone who understands WordPress. And I don't do WordPress.
Oh, you don't do Windows, I don't do carpets, I don't... Really? Okay. This is going to give us that kind of deal, huh? And maybe if someone knows WordPress out there in YouTube and...
If only we had somebody who could code. Who could that be?
Yeah, exactly. He'd give me shit about the design, like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm a coder at IBM, but I don't know, like, how to do a website, whatever.
It's
what
not
is the film about?
The interview is a film directed and written by me, Seth Rogen, about.
You call their bluff and say, "Well, this is probably bullshit. Go ahead, try. Just try to attack a movie theater, which releases on Christmas Day, mind you. Do you know much of a rallying cry that would give to the entire United States country a fucking terrorist attack on Christmas Day? Like." It might as well be National Gun Day or something. Like that's the biggest fucking holiday we have here, and the country would revolt, and North Korea would be wiped out in the morning. Like we would go to sleep, the bombs would drop, and the fucking whole problem would be solved the next day. Like
Santa brought Kim Jong-un a nuclear bomb for Christmas. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus with an H-bomb down. Boom, gone, the whole country, and that's really the only reason North Korea gets away with this shit, because there is no oil there. There's no reason to even bother them. We just let them hit Kim Jong-un play in his little sandbox and fuck over his people, because there's no financial gain for us to really stop the shenanigans he does.
We'll just have a bouncer outside of the movie theater be like, "You North Korean? Yeah, stand over to the side over there. You're not
right." This has always worked. Just take all.
You look Asian. Just go to the side door.
Right.
You know?
I'm pretty sure this has always worked, Brian. Just when you see an Asian come up to the movie theater, just calmly, quietly, escort them into a comfortable camp for the interim of the movie. Just let them chill there. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've done this before, and there's been no consequences. It's worked fine. Everything went along great. Just let them chill there in the day camp, we'll call it. That sounds cheery. It's kind of fun. And they can just sit there and concentrate and contemplate, right? They'll concentrate at their camp about what's going on with the terrorist attacks.
Everyone loves wearing those fucking Guy Fawkes masks from V for Vendetta. Oh, a man can be killed, but an idea is bulletproof. Oh, really? How bulletproof? Is it hack-proof? Is it intimidation-proof?
Oh, all of the claims of North Korean human rights violations, those are just mainstream media delusions of grandeur to try and slander our name. And it's like, come on, dude. We know. We know you know, and you know that we know that you know.
When you give the keys of the torture machine to Dick Cheney, who looks like the bald guy from Star Wars, evil Emperor, what's his name?
Palpatine.
Palpatine. He's fucking Emperor Palpatine. And I wish we played the video because he sounds so evil and heartless. There aren't no terrorists. I believe in America. I'm. What's the fucking scene that you always bring up, Eddie? I'm the man you need. He is Jack Nicholson in that fucking movie. Exactly. Doppelganger.
Like, is that the ultimate answer?
I think that they're like that. I think that they're like, let's have a prison system where we try people and we put as many people in jail as possible because we will definitely nab every single guilty person. However, we'll throw a few innocents in there as well, just to make sure, versus a prison system or a torture system that's like, well, let's err on the side of caution, and yeah, we'll let some guilty people run free, but we're not going to jail innocent people. Like, I think that those are two completely separate camps, and I think that the people that line up with Cheney's side are always going to be those, throw everybody in jail, so what if we've got a few innocent people in there? All the bad guys are in. See, Eddie, even our guests bring fucking stories, all right?
All right. He's got his ear to the ground. Liam's got his ear to the ground. Eddie's got his head in the clouds.
How many fucking pedophiles are there? I mean, seriously, the amount of people that you get in the news, all these different people, fucking had Jimmy Savile and that other bloke recently, the singer, and you had fucking the guy from like the Lost Prophets, and these are just ones I can think of off the top of my head that do this really fucked up shit to kids, right? And not necessarily kids, sometimes they might be 15 and they probably blow it way out of proportion, but it amazes me how many people there are that are sick in the head. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are sick in the head, but how many people must we have met or known or went to school with or worked with that are insane and do these crazy, fucked up things?
Kitty rape is number one, right? Murder is second. And
Kitty
then
or Kiddy?
Kitty. Child rape.
Cat rape.
Raping kittens is lower on the list, though it's still important. Think about the horror of being the type of person that only is aroused by children. Like, that's a terrible existence.
Basically, they can't help it, is what you're saying.
Right. It's just like being gay or something. And it's an evil thing. No, it is. It is just like being gay. That's not a fucking joke. I'm serious. It's just like that. I don't want to be attracted to dudes. Brian is an incredibly attractive guy, but I kind of don't want to fuck him, at least on the show. We'll do it behind the scenes.
You know, I never started watching your podcast show until I watched one of your highlights things, and it was kind of funny, so I checked out the long show, and now it makes me think differently about the world I live in, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, we're just trying to take the piss out of each other on this show. With occasional lessons learned.
Don't. Listen.